Three, two, one. In a world where COVID 19 has taken storm, we have one savior, Justin, and that is Yay for President. Guys, welcome back to Coffee Time. When you're going to be hearing this, it's going to be Thirsty Thursday. So go in, get a cup of coffee, take a shot of whiskey, make sure you're not drinking and driving, and listen to Coffee Time because this episode is all about praise the Yay, Kanye running for presidency, and how awkward it is that we have Trump, Biden, and Ye. And who's more lucid? Who's like out of those candidates? Who's more lucid? So I always invite my bud, Justin Avalos, to discuss this with me. What's up, buddy?
Yay for president. That's all I got to say, homie.
Right? Dude, where is the merch at? I want a Yay for President shirt. Like, just to like have it as like just like like a historic relic or something because he said in one I forgot the song but he's like 2020 president candidate or whatever and he's doing it. How do
Yeah.
you feel about
Yeah. Um, it's not the most crazy idea. That's what the sad part is. Like,
it?
whenever we first heard about Trump talking about his presidency, we were like, that's not gonna happen. Like, he's a celebrity. He's a host of a fucking TV show. There's no way. And ta-da!
Right.
Like,
Dude,
it's just crazy. Like, cause he did talk about this a while back. Like, he was gonna put in you know, his hat in for the candidacy, but we just thought, oh, just to get some recognition, sell some records. But no, he's doing it.
well I just thought it was a nice rhyme scheme like it went with the bar that he was spitting at the time, right? And then knowing Kanye and then following his career and like cuz all right, let me just look at the camera and disclose this. I am a massive Kanye West fan. But I strongly believe in separating the artist from the art. I'm not a fan of Kanye West. I'm a fan of what he produces.
Hmm.
Okay? So let's just put that out there. I think the man is literally crazy in all aspects. And I've went back and forth thinking that he was a genius and marketing genius, which I think he is. And I thought it was all a game. Like he's just acting. He's doing his due diligence to promote himself and to promote his brand and to. He's a wave creator. He creates so many waves. So he made dad shoes cool. He made overpriced T-shirts cool. He made Trump cool. He's really good into taking things that like are not cool and being like, I'm gonna make that shit cool.
Hmm.
And now he's in the presidency, and I'm like, dude, no, no, no. I'm not saying stick to just music, clothing lines, and everything else that you're doing. I just feel like this is kind of getting ridiculous in 2020 now. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, it's not that far fetched because we had in the past like people that were movie stars and celebrities running for some type of role in office. Like, of course, in California, they had Arnold Schwarzenegger. No one thought that that was ever really going to happen because he's a movie star, he's a celebrity, but these people have followings. Like, I know later on we're going to probably talk about the clip about his first little convention he had. But,
Yes.
people will show up. They want to see, what the spectacle is all about. So, you know, to count him out, a lot of people want to already, like, oh, it's not going to happen. But, weirder shit's happened in the past.
Dude, you can't count anyone out anymore. Like, Trump, Hillary chose, she endorsed Trump because she was like, that's going to be an easy win. And then you
Hmm.
saw what happened. She put her foot in her own mouth, and then boom. I didn't really care about that election because Hillary's a fucking liar, and Trump's just a. That's your boy. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna.
that's
Yeah,
my boy, yeah.
he's something else, but that's your boy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yay, for real, yay, Yeezy,
Well, here's the thing with that,
Gold
like,
Digger, Yeezus, Life of Pablo. Listen to his lyrics. Like I think he's a lyrical genius, and what's so sad is you can't put him in the top 10 of any rappers because he doesn't write all his material. That's just a rule that I see that I
yeah,
put down. Like if I'm looking at artists, if they don't write their material, then I can't put them in the top 10.
yeah, yeah.
But the shit that he says is just outlandish sometimes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I know we've had this discussion in the past, but whenever you hear about Kanye, like I really do think that he is in some way a genius because, like I had said before, there's two sides that are to him that I believe. Like there's the side that he's personifying, like, oh, I'm crazy, this and that, but I think he's using it as a means to like publicize himself, like because you can't just be normal nowadays, like you can't really live a normal like lifestyle and then the magazine's gonna want to take pictures of you, talk about you, whatever. So the more he's like amping himself up and doing these like outlandish crazy shit, the more publicity and the more money he's putting into his pocket. So that's where you came in earlier saying, he's a master at creating these trends, at creating these waves and marketing himself. I think a lot of it is a facade. Like if it's an actual mental thing, then that's a different type of discussion. But I really do believe like he's just manipulating the game. He knows how the game's played, and he's manipulating it to his benefit.
All right, well, let's just get into take one here. Let's talk about the rally.
Okay.
Okay. I really wish I would have prepared the podcast with sound clips, but unfortunately, I failed the audience. But there's so much to talk about here. First, I'm gonna go first on this one.
All right.
He made some valid points, but in a very Kanye way of saying it.
Mhm.
Like the example of him stubbing his toe, and then it gets so outlandish. He stubbed his toe. He was in a lot of pain. He goes to a doctor. The doctor's like, "Hey, let me give you opiates." And he's like, "Nah, I'm cool." So he goes and get it to another doctor, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you opiates. I'm gonna give you pain medication." He's like, "No, I'm fine because I was addicted to Percocets, and I don't want to go down that road again. Is there anything else?" So he goes to two more doctors, and who knows if this is true? We're not
Mhm.
fact checking. We're just having fun with the information that is given to us. Like I'm just
Yeah.
looking at the canvas in front of me, and I'm just gonna comment on it. I'm not gonna deep dive into did he stub his toe? I'm sure he has stubbed his toe in the past.
Yeah.
Did he see four doctors? Probably not in the same day, probably not in the same week for a stubbed toe. But I'm just looking at the painting that Kanye uh, painted for us, right? And I'm gonna comment on that. So he stated that four different doctors, four different opinions they all led to opiate choice of pain medication, and this is the problem of America. They don't want to remedy us. I mean, they don't want to cure us or fix us. They want to delay the pain and numb the pain. So the opiate crisis in America, and he went big into that. He went into the gun discussion as well, which his gun views were pretty positive about owning guns and everything. But and then he went like into the weird pro-life, pro-choice to the abortion sides and all that. But I
Mhm.
really keyed in on the opiate choice or the opiate conversations and point that he put in. 'Cause I was like, okay, I see what he's saying. It's kind of a weird story, but I feel like he's trying to be relatable. And then the man starts crying, and that's when I was
Yeah.
like, what just happened here? I thought we were having an okay rally, and now he's like bursting into tears and everything. And this is where I thought I'm gonna stop here because I want to get your point on the rally as well. I was like, okay, out of Trump, and there's more people on the ballot, of course, but the three people that are getting all the shine out of Trump, Biden, and Ye. Who is the most lucid here? They're all fucking batshit crazy, dude, and
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
gonna and they all three have the possibility of running. Well, Kanye has a minute, what, like not even high 10% chance of winning. But who
Yeah.
knows? Who the fuck knows now, man? This world is so crazy. Who knows?
Yeah, well, because here's the thing, like, a lot of people are like, oh, he's getting around this and that. Well, he did submit his name late, so what he's having to do right now is getting certain states to sign a petition to allow him to be on their ballots, and then from there, if he gets a popular vote, then he'll be on the main ballot, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, hearing about that, the opioid thing, like, it was so weird, like, for him to go from I stubbed my toe to drugs and then crying on stage. I feel like the story is good. You're able to relate to people because this is something that a lot of people can relate to. They've had loved ones that were probably dependent on these type of things, and it is a little true that I would go for a headache, and the first thing they want to do is give me some type of, codeine or Percocet or stuff like that. It just depends on the person, and of course, he's a celebrity, so a lot of people will be like, oh, he just wants this, let's get him out of here, whatever. So I kind of see his point. I just feel like if he had done all of his stuff that he talked about and just calmed it down a little bit, like not to, where he's crying and being over dramatic, I feel like it would have been a lot better for. I feel like people will have really listened and been like, you know what, like I could actually see him as being a real candidate. But because how Kanye is, like, he's a very emotional person. A lot of things like is very personal to him. I think the vulnerability is gonna do either one or two things. It's gonna get people to really want to listen to him. Oh, I feel for him because he really cares about this, or it's gonna be seen as, okay, he's just overamping it. He's, just overdoing it just to get the attention. But either way, it's still attention to him. So I think it's going to work either way in his benefit.
I think it just solves his sickness in a way. I feel, I'm not no fucking psychologist, psychiatrist, no doctor. I'm
Hmm.
just a person looking at the canvas again and judging it. That's it. Kanye to me, he thrives on attention and taking something that can be perceived as negative and making it an alternate in his yay way to be positive and cool or like attractive. He's really good at making things sexy and all that. And I feel like he is going to. I think he's just doing this mostly for attention. He's probably
Yeah.
gonna drop. He's probably gonna drop a fire album after this, saying it's like "fuck America" because you didn't choose me. I don't know. I'm a Jay fan on the music side, so that's what I can hope for. But come on, dude. Like, really, do you think this man is equipped to run
Well,
run this?
because you have to think about it. We said the same thing about Trump. Like everything you were saying was said about Trump. Now, here's the thing. If Kanye actually has these ideas, like, hey, I want to get rid of opioids, I actually have a plan on a way to help do that. Like, if he has actual plans behind what he's saying, then there's no way to count him out, especially if it's a plan that people are like, yeah, I could see that. Like, doing this, doing that. Because that's the thing with Trump. Like, I separate Trump, the person, and Trump, the president. Like, how you're separating the artist from the actual person.
Yeah,
Now, Trump as a person, I don't really care for. Like he does say some things I agree with, which is fine. You can still support someone and not agree with every little thing they say. There's a lot of things I don't agree with. But as far as his policies, what he fights for and everything like that, those are things I could kind of agree on. I do believe every American should be armed. I do believe that we should secure our borders to not let enemies enter willingly. So there's things like that. So if Kanye can, you know, continue this type of stuff, if he's real serious about it, then I would see him doing more things like this. Not even toning it down, if he even if he does it the same way, but to where he could be like, hey, even though I'm talking about this, here's my plan of action to make this shit to where I'm not joking with this. Like I'm already doing fundraiser for this, doing research on this, doing this, doing this. I could see it actually benefiting him.
no, I haven't looked up anything. I haven't really researched
Yeah, 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 yeah.
his
Yeah.
candidacy because I read somewhere that he got in too late and he's petitioning to be on the ballots of certain
Mhm.
states in the electoral college. He's targeting the certain states, but at the time perimeter or the timeline that he has, the deadline is so like you have like a window like this size, and like if
Mhm.
he doesn't meet that window, he has to actually win like basically become perfect in a certain amount of states to win. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's like when I'm reading that and I'm looking at the numbers, I'm like, okay, this is kind of concrete into the electoral college of what can actually, what's possible here, what's red states, what's blue states, what's like a
Mhm.
swing state and everything. And I'm just like, so what is his mission here? Campaigning takes a ton of money. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, he does have the money, but I think the thing that's gonna throw him back and make it to where he's not really gonna be a strong candidate is the fact of where we are right now. We're in a world of COVID right now, no social distancing. So we haven't even heard a debate between the two main ones, Biden. We haven't really heard a debate between them I don't think we are at all because usually before there's a new term, the presidents will debate each or the candidates will debate each other on hey, these are our points that are finalized. I'm lagging a lot. I apologize. It's the
It's
connection I have.
okay. We're gonna
But
get through it.
I feel like if he really wants to do this, there has to be a way like he could debate or get his like these are the points I'm fighting for. These are the things I want to get into as far as like the policies. But I feel like if he had done this earlier and we weren't in an area of COVID to where he could actually debate, campaign, I really think he would have a good chance because he's a name that everyone knows. He's someone that is so outlandish to where like the Trump was like he spoke what he thought. He did not give a shit, and people like that. They don't like getting a political answer. Just like when we talked about Jada and Will, like she gave political answers. We just want a straight up answer, like what are we gonna do about this? We're gonna stop it. Not oh well with the constraints of this. No, we don't want to hear that shit anymore. We're tired of those presidents because they haven't done anything. So that's why Trump was such a favorite because he was like, look, this is the shit I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get it done even if I have to fire everyone because this is what's gonna help the people. So Kanye is that kind of person
So
to
you're
where
saying
he's
you
gonna.
want a presidency that talks shit?
No, I want a president that's not gonna give like. There still has to be some type of like. When you look at the president, you still gotta see him as like he's a very pristine, well-spoken person, but at the same time, like now we're just in an age where like we don't care. Like just tell us what is really on your mind. Tell us what you really believe in. And if you're genuine about it, we're gonna vote for you. Like if you're genuine on let's arm our citizens, let's, help these people, let's create jobs. I'm not just talk, I'm gonna make actions like Trump has done. Like he's, increased the employment rate, the economy's gone up. Of course during COVID, there's a little dip or whatever. He's like pretty much delivered on a lot of
A
his
little dip.
promises. Hey, listen, homie, we're trying to get people back, but Rona's, a bitch.
Oh man, yeah, Rona for president, bro. Honestly, that is taking a whole storm here. But let me.
Shit.
What do you think about Kanye's attire there for his rally? His bulletproof vest with security. What was that all about?
I mean, no one's ever accused him as being a proper man, like wearing. I mean, wearing suits to the red carpet, this and that. But I think he was just more like, look, I think it's like what we do. We have the casual conversation. We're not trying to be proper. We're not dressing up. We're not doing all that shit. So I think he's just like, you know what? Let's just tear down the whole policy. Let's remove the middleman. Look, I'm a person just like you. Even though I'm the celebrity, whatever, I'm just like you. I have the same problems. So I think the bulletproof vest, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people don't want this, so the impersonation may be high. The world's weird now. We have no idea, but I think it's just more like like he's just not gonna hide behind a suit, hide behind a filter in a sense. Like he's just gonna be natural in who he is, and he's gonna emanate that way.
I get you. I get you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just texting the people that are in the house to tell them that I'm podcasting.
No, no, you're good.
So it
I
doesn't.
mean,
A
yeah, I
little
mean,
some.
I'm liking a lot, so yeah. I mean, I can't even see you speak anymore. I'm just lagged already.
Oh really? Damn. Damn.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Well,
It's bad on my
let's.
end. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Let's start wrapping it up then. So,
All right.
we talked about his rally, his attire, his viewpoints, and it is crazy how I believe Trump was like the momentum that started this. Like anyone, because you're like, oh, he's going to be president, no way, and then it happened. I was like, so who can really be president? It turns into like a popularity contest in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So who can be president? Like it opens the whole vast of it and everything. It's truly interesting. I don't know how I know Ye should not be president for a fact. Okay, let me just put
Yeah,
that
yeah.
out right now. But if he releases a fire, if he debates right, and he raps the entire debate, I am with it. 100% you have captions vote. You have it. I don't care what your views are. If you want to put a chip in me, I don't care. You just roasted everyone on the panel. I would love it. It'd be so entertaining, dude.
But hey, Yee, if you're listening to this, I'm gonna
Hey,
tell you how you can win. Your running mate, it has to be Taylor Swift, because then you'll have the Swifties on your side, homie.
do you know their wait, do you know Taylor Swift and Kanye's relationship?
Yeah, I know the relationship. I know. But the way you're going to win, you make her your running mate. I promise you, you will win. You'll have the whole army behind your back.
Oh my god. This has just been such a fun episode. All right, Justin, you got any closing statements, my bud?
Pray for us all.
Pray for us all. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna say it too. Pray for us all. All right. So that was this week's coffee time with Justin Avalos. Man, this world is getting crazy. I swear to you guys, it is getting crazier and crazier by the day. And we're in July, so 7 months in. So what? It'll be the 23rd when you hear this. The 23rd. So we're out of July basically. What is August gonna bring us? Is it gonna bring us more entanglements? Okay. Is it gonna bring us more celebrities coming out announcing their presidency? Probably not, because the election's right around the corner. Is some fucking thing going to blow up? Who can tell us? Only time will tell. And like I said, in all episodes on Coffee Time, here we believe you are what you listen to. So listen to us on all major platforms: Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and a plethora of others. All right, so get into it. We're releasing new videos every Thursday, new podcasts every Thursday as well. Thank you for your time, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.